Hey, what's up, everyone? We are going to go and teach you how to efficiently level up weaponry. Weaponry is used to make all the weapons, for the most part, in the game. Daggers, swords, katanas, clubs, short spear, axes, great swords, notarchies, great axes, great clubs, long spears, shields. So you can see they're used for a lot of weapons, most of them. Uh, the other weapons actually are made out of the carpentry, the staves, the scepters, the bows. But for the majority of the weapons, they are in the weaponry skill tree. And this is actually probably the hardest proficiency to level up. Um, because there's nothing that is super simple to make. You don't have any kind of like cotton to make into fabric or any logs to make into lumber. You don't have anything like that in here. So you have to rely on actually building weapons and then potentially breaking them down, which isn't a great conversion because when you break a weapon down, you're typically only going to get one of these dust back. So you're going to end up losing 4 dust and all the other material as well. The dust is very expensive as well. But here's one of the very first tips on how to level up your weaponry skill. So you're going to need a lot of dust. So you're going to be buying it off the auction house, but the dust, as you can see, sells for roughly around 70 silver. Very expensive. What people don't know and what you can make money off of it is you can actually break down the sunlight archeum shards. So these shards are selling for 180, and you can break down an archeum shard and you can get 4 dust out of 1 archeum shard, which in turn makes the dust around 45 silver. So you're saving 20 silver or 25 silver by buying the archeum shard and then disenchanting it at a arcane crafting station and breaking it down. That way you're also leveling up your alchemy proficiency. So for those that have watched the alchemy proficiency leveling up video, you can make money even right now on buying sunlight archeum shards on this server and then breaking them down into 4 dust and selling the dust. So we're going to go buy some archeum shards, since again they are a good price. And you can see that one has sold already. So that one sold. So if we were to break these guys down, it would be around 55. So you're still going to be able to make some money. We'll buy a couple of them, because you do need a lot of dust. So go ahead, buy the dust, grab the dust. And now we're going to head off to the crafting station and give you an example of how to raise up your proficiency and what is the best way, in my opinion, of actually doing it. So we're now at the crafting stations, and I went ahead and disenchanted some of those archeum crystals. So now we have a lot more archeum dust. So the crafting station that you need is the anvil. You need to go to an anvil. It's a tiny little thing. You can see it's got a sword on it right there. You open up the anvil and you have your weaponry menu. This is going to vary server to server. What you're going to want to do is, in my opinion, this is the best way to do it. You're going to want to find an item that people are going to be buying off of the auction house. All of these cost exactly the same amount of materials, give or take. Some of them take iron ingots, and some of them take, I believe they take something different. Okay, yeah, the shield actually takes lumber. So most of them take iron ingots, and the shield takes lumber. Those are the only difference. Everything costs 5 sunlight archeum dust to make the level 20 shield. So the best way I found to do it is on this server, the shields actually sell fairly well. Okay, so right now the archeum dust is costing us around 60 silver each. So 5 of them is going to cost us 3 gold to make. 5 lumber, that's around, we'll say 10, so that's 50. And these guys are like 5, so we'll say a total of 4 gold to make this shield right here. We cannot actually sell that shield on the auction house for 4 gold. we could probably sell it for around 2 or 3 gold. So we could end up making a 1 gold loss, but we've raised our weaponry proficiency by 1, which isn't that bad. That's actually a better loss than to actually disenchant the shield and get the dust back. So I wouldn't recommend disenchanting the shield or disenchanting any of the weapon and then recrafting it. I would recommend either selling it like this, but what we have found is that going up to level 24, this shield right here, has actually been able to sell on my server here for around 8 to 9 gold. And so you remember this, you need a level 20 shield, which costs 4 gold to make. You need 7 of these guys, so 7 times 60 is roughly 420. So we're at 820 total now. You need 10 lumber, which is now 920. And then this miscellaneous stuff, which you'll say will be, we'll bring it up to 10. So this right here costs roughly 10 gold to create. And now you can sell it for roughly around 8 or so gold. You may be thinking that doesn't sound well. You're losing 2 gold roughly on every sale. But the thing is, you are gaining 150 plus 100 labor from that one. So you're getting 250 proficiency every time that you make 2 of these shields. And then that's not even the best part about it. You can see we're gonna make some shields right now. So we are crafting away our shields. Our weaponry level is gonna go up. And you can see we are slowly gonna be able to make another one, a level 24 one. Weaponry is going up 100 at a time because that's how much labor we are spending. The thing is though, with the level 24 one, you can actually get a rare proc. You can make a blue level 24 shield right here. And this is around 1 in 8 or 1 in 10 chance to make, I found. And so this blue shield, you can sell on the auction house for a lot of money. And a lot of money, I mean like 20 to 25 gold for a blue shield. So right there, you can make all your money back, and you can pretty much break even, possibly even make profit by doing this and raising your weaponry proficiency if you sell your blue ones away and also sell your green ones. Again, this is going to vary server to server. You have to find an item that is going to sell fairly decently. I have found that these shields do sell fairly decently on this server. So we are running out of lumber here. We're going to go and get some more lumber once this finishes up. You can see we can't make any more of the level 24 shields. We've just made 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to make 8 of these level 20 shields. And I'll show you exactly the proc. So I'll be right back, get some more lumber. So we are back. We did get the lumber. Now we're going to go and upgrade all these guys to the level 24 shield. So we go back down to shield. We can make 5 of these guys because we don't have enough archeum dust. So I actually have 9 shields. So I will actually run over here and actually disenchant some of the dust for you guys so you can see, how simple this is. Oops. So we disenchant the dust. This is going to raise your alchemy proficiency. We're going to get 4 dust every archeum shard. Again, it's making the dust cost roughly around 60 silver each. And now to craft all the way up to this level 24 shield, it's going to cost us approximately 10 gold. And as I was buying the lumber, I did check the auction house prices, and the shield price, the lowest price out there for the level 24 shield is 8 gold right now, meaning that we can sell it roughly around there. We can sell it probably 7.75, and it'll sell fairly quickly. There is also no blue level 24 shields on the market, so we can put our blue level 24 shield on there for around 20 to 25 gold, and it will sell. So we have enough of those, I believe. Again, so if the proc rate is around 1 in 10, you can actually break even or potentially make money if you have something similar to this on your server. So we need some wedges. Again, I apologize for not having all the materials ready. But you can see everything is very, very close by. Most of the workstations are all like this. They have all the items that you need possibly right next to you. So we're able to make 9 shields. Craft all of them. We're going to raise our proficiency by 150 here. We can close this menu down. And you'll notice that it's cutting off up there, but it is showed green. So we end up making a normal green level 24 shield. Again, a green shield. So if we can make one blue one out of all of these 9 shields, we're going to probably make some money. If we can make 2, we're definitely going to make some money. If we can make 3, we're going to make a lot of money. But again, the proc rate is around 1 in 10. So if we don't make any blue shields whatsoever, we'll end up losing 2 gold on every shield that we're creating roughly. But we are raising our weaponry proficiency by 250 points. So we made 9 shields at 250 points each. That means we are going to raise our weapon proficiency nearly 2,500 points, which is a great, great thing. That's really, really, really good. Raising weaponry, like I said, is the hardest to do. And getting 2,500 points in weaponry is a great feat. And that will allow you to make the level 30 shields, or the level 30 swords, or 30 daggers. So again, we haven't got any procs yet, no luckiness. So, none of those procs. We got a very unlucky batch. We still have our old original one from before. I'm going to now show you exactly what I'm talking about on the auction house. And again, I don't know if this is the same for all servers, but you can list it, and you can see there's no shields up there for sale that are of the blue grade. So we can list this for, say, 25 gold. We'll put a starting bid of 20. You do want to have a longer time period on that so people can actually see it and buy it. And now these guys, you'll notice that the cheapest one out there is 8 gold. So we're going to have to undercut a little bit. We'll do 775. And we'll put the bid at 7. So we'll list a couple of those, and most likely they will sell fairly quickly. And I believe the reason that they sell fairly quickly is because when you are leveling up a character, the story quest that you get, you have to choose between one of the weapon types. And you can't really choose a shield and a bow. Like, I don't remember which weapon types it is, but I think you have to choose between like a shield, a sword, or a staff. So like, you're really, really limited there on what you want to choose, and most people aren't going to choose the shield because they want an actual weapon. The shield doesn't really do damage, the shield's just for protection. So the shields, in my opinion, are, you know, relatively expensive because most people took the weapons. So again, it does vary server to server, but I have found that the shields on this server, on Taiyang and Olo server, US servers, have sold very, very well. I have done this before. I've sold them for a little bit more. I've sold them for like 850. Other people seem to be catching on. And again, the blue one does sell for a very, very good amount of money because the higher the grade it is, the more chance that it has to proc up and go to the next grade as you are crafting it up. So if we make this into a level 30 shield, it has a chance to actually go up into the purple rarity, which is arcane. Versus if you take this one and go to level 30, it only has a chance to go up to the rare rarity. It cannot jump 2 levels. So in order to get a super elite weapon like a divine or celestial weapon, you have to have high grade weapons already, and you have to get lucky and have them proc up. So people want to buy these higher grade weapons and shields when they're low level because there's that potential that they could turn into like a celestial item or a divine item or an epic item if you get lucky every single time. You can see the rarity chart over here. So every time you craft it up, you have one chance to go up a level. You can also use the regrade scrolls to have a chance to upgrade the level as well. Again, those are my tips on the weapon crafting. What you can also do, and I have seen it as a very smart idea for weapon crafting, is to shout in looking for game or faction or trade and say that you are a weaponsmith and that you will, craft weapons for free labor. You just give me the mats. Some people have also taken it a step further and they have announced that they will craft for free and then also pay 1 archeum dust, which, if you think about it, you're crafting for free and you're giving an archeum dust, which is only around 60 silver, to raise your proficiency, which is a fair trade-off. Um, so those are some of the ways to raise your weapon proficiency. Excuse me there. And that's what the best way that I have seen. The downside to the weapon proficiency is that it's not really profitable. Sadly, thanks to the Haslo weapons, those guys are insanely powerful, and they're pretty much overpowered. They make any weapons all the way up to like the illustrious grade, all the way up to here. All these weapons become obsolete because of the Haslo weapons. Only until you actually get a magnificent grade weapon with a decent rarity does it actually become better than the Haslo weapons. So this right here, you have to actually get really, really lucky. You have a 1 in 4 chance to making an item that can go up into the magnificent grade. All the other ones get stuck right here in this level, and they cannot be upgraded any further. So you create all this way, all the way up, 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 up. Money, 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 spent hundreds of gold to get to here, and then you get really unlucky, and then you make a weapon that cannot go any further. And now that weapon is actually a lot weaker than the Haslo weapons, which are fairly simple to get. All you have to do is grind like 300 mobs or so. You do have to do some PvP and everything, but still, it's a lot easier to get than to spend close to 500 gold to make a illustrious weapon. So unfortunately, weapon crafting is not a very profitable, if profitable at all, proficiency. So just keep that in mind. You're not really going to make money with weapon proficiency right now.